What are your strengths?
I have good work ethics, and I can keep my ability to finish a task when started.
What are your weaknesses?
Communication with others.
How would your current or last boss describe you?
Hardworking, and doesn't stop till the job is done.
What were your boss's responsibilities?
He ran the store at Dick's Sporting Goods.
What was your opinion of them?
Very hard worker and willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
How would your coworkers or subordinates describe you professionally?
Ability to complete a task when given at any moment's notice and always gets the job done.
Why do you want to work for us?
To be able to continue my education in the field of study I have chosen.
Why do you want to leave your present employer?
I want to leave them to be able to continue my education and become a very good diesel mechanic.
Why should we hire you over the other finalists?
You should hire me over the other finalists because I'm willing to prove my worth to you, complete a task, and make sure everything's done to a T.
What qualities or talents would you bring to the job?
The ability to work hard and the ability to make sure everything gets done on time and in a timely manner.
Tell me about some of your accomplishments.
I have a associate's degree in business management, and I also am an Eagle Scout.
What is your most important contribution to your last employer?
Keep my department up and organized properly.
How do you perform under deadline pressure, and give me an example?
When it comes to deadline, I'm hard at it. I make sure I get it done. An example of it is when I work at Dick's Sporting Goods, we have to unload a truck in about an hour.
How do you react to criticism?
I take criticism into what I do, and I make sure it resolves into what it needs to be.
Describe a conflict or disagreement at work in which you were involved, and how was it resolved?
A conflict that I've had at work was dealing with a coworker that tried to deny a customer from buying a gun because he thought the age limit was not what it really was. And I had to go to my superiors to get it all situated properly so I could sell the firearm to the customer.
What are two of the biggest problems you've encountered at your job, and how did you overcome them?
Biggest problems I've had, coworkers not doing their job right, and the ability to try to sell guns to customers.
How did you resolve them?
Talking to my coworkers and also talk to my managers to see if I can get any help in my department.
Think of a major crisis you faced at work and explain how you handled it.
As of right now, I can say I haven't really had a major crisis come up where I work.
Give me an example of a risk that you took at your job, past or present, and how it turned out.
I took a risk coming to my manager asking for a raise, and it worked out as in I got my raise and also got a promotion on top of it.
What is your managerial style like?
I'm sorry, can you explain the managerial style for me, please?
If you were a manager, how would you handle situations?
I would handle the situations as a learning experience for me plus the workers.
Have you ever hired employees, and if so, have they lived up to your expectations?
I haven't had a chance to hire employees.
What type of performance problems have you encountered in people who report to you, and how did you motivate them to improve?
I don't really have people that report to me.
Describe a typical day at your present job.
I come into work, see what needs to be done, see what has been done, make sure I get them done. And an hour before the store closes, I clean up what I've done during the day, and I make sure the store's proper for the next day.
What is a book you've recently read?
I read a CDL training manual.
And what do you see yourself doing 5 years from now?
I hope to have a good job being a diesel mechanic and also a family.